Campbell 2.0, and we've got an interesting live video for you tonight. It's going to be a fun one because I got some good information about Greene and Shaun Clarida, who are both IFBB superstars. Greene is like a runner-up, a two-time runner-up or whatever for the Mr Olympia title. And then we got Shaun Clarida, who is a two-time 212-pound Mr Olympia champion. And he's been a runner-up a few more times as well. So he's like a top contender, the top man, the two-time Olympia champion, Shaun Clarida. And did you know these guys competed at the top level of natural bodybuilding, guys? And for many years, not just for they tried it out and jumped ship. They were hardcore natural bodybuilders when they first started their bodybuilding careers. So we're going to talk about that, guys. So just let me wait till some people jump on here and have some questions and all that kind of stuff. I'm live on here, so subscribe to the channel. Shaun Campbell 2.0. If you're seeing this for the first time, guys, just checking my email. I got an email notification that Shaun Campbell's live. What was I going to say? I also did a video, a natty to not on Greene, so go check it out in my on my channel, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Go check it out. It's a great video. It's got about 10,000 views on it, guys. So anyways, I know a lot about these two gentlemen because I've done my research on both these guys, on their natural bodybuilding status, how many shows they did and all that kind of stuff, maybe why they chose to become IFBB or go for that IFBB Pro card, why they chose, what they say, to the dark side. In the world of natural bodybuilding, we call it the dark side. So why they went from natural to the dark side. So why did they do that? How have they done since doing that? And when do I estimate roughly when they went to the dark side? Okay, I've got a little bit of notes here, so once we get talking on here, we can get into it. And if you guys know any other top natural athletes who went to the dark side and had very good success on the dark side, drop it in here. It's not we're not talking about fake natties. It's not a natty or not video because these guys aren't claiming to be natural. They never denied going on to steroids and stuff like that. They're not fake natties. They just started the natty route. The way people, even if you are going to take PEDs or whatever, not that I advocate that, I do not advocate that, but if you are going to do that, you should at least train to your natural potential first. These guys took their bodies to their natural potential first, competed on the highest, largest natural stages, and did extremely well, winning like big titles. And we're going to get into that. And then they went to the IFBB and got an IFBB Pro card and all that stuff. And then the rest is history. We know who they are. Okay, so who's on here, guys? So we're going to jump into this. I'm going to jump into right away about they were both, prior to being on IFBB pros, prior to all their success in the IFBB stage, both Greene and Shaun Clarida both won the Wnbf, which is World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, which is a really reputable natural bodybuilding organization. They both won the world championships at the pro level in the Wnbf before going to the other side and going for an IFBB Pro card and then going beyond that, obviously. So yeah, it was 1996 that Greene won the Wnbf Pro heavyweight title. And then in 2009, Shaun Clarida won the Wnbf Pro lightweight bodybuilding title. So this is like amazing stuff, guys. These guys took their bodies to the natural extremes. And then they both had great genetics for the sport. And they decide to hop on the gear, whatever people call it, hop on the gear, go to the dark side, whatever you want to call it. Lose their natty cards, like I said in my description, because that's a pretty popular saying too. When did they lose their natty card? Well, these two both lost their natty cards probably in about somewhere in the early 2000s. We're estimating around 2003, 2004 is when Greene went to the other side. And then my estimation based on placings and contest weight and all that stuff, I estimate around 2011, 2012 is when Shaun Clarida went to the other side. Okay, that's my estimations based on just Google searching and blah, 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 looking up contest history, looking up body weights, looking at the pictures. that's about where I estimate they both decided to go to the other side and started competing in the IFBB and all that stuff, and eventually got their IFBB pro cards. Kai Greene eventually became an Arnold Classic champion, I think 2 or 3 times. Then became a runner-up at the Olympia a couple times. Shaun Clarida eventually got his IFBB pro card. Then he won the Mr. Olympia 212 2 times. He's a 2-time 212 champion. One second, I'm gonna get a glass of water. This is like the first time I've been talking today. Because you know when you live on your own, you just wake up, if you're not on the phone, you're not anything, you're not talking. So it's the first time today I've actually been talking. So sometimes when you first talk, your throat's sore. It's like it's almost like you just woke up or something. It's like I just woke up my voice for the day. Sebastian Serrano, what are you talking about? No, they didn't win. I don't know what you're talking about because I got the contest histories here and I saw the videos. I see them all win. Kai Greene's the Arnold Classic 3-time champion, but he was a runner-up twice at the Mr. Olympia. So he didn't win the Mr. Olympia. You're right about that, but he's runner-up. And then Shaun Clarida has won the Mr. Olympia 212 bodybuilding class twice. And they both won the Wnbf Pro Championships. Both of them won those. These guys are winners. These guys have always been champions. They were top natural bodybuilders and they're top IFBB bodybuilders. The top of the top. Not even just like average. They were like the best. Arguably, Kai Greene is arguably the uncrowned Mr. Olympia champion, but there's so much controversy around him for a while there that they said there was a lot of politics why he didn't get it, but I don't know about that. Again, guys, I'm Shaun Campbell, Shaun Campbell 2.0. I run the International Drug-Free Athletics, which is Natural Bodybuilding Championships. That's why I love covering this stuff, because we're bringing awareness to natural bodybuilding, and I'm helping build my brand and everything through talk about other, because these guys were natural bodybuilders, so I'm doing a twist on this. I get to talk about how they were great natural bodybuilders, and then I get to push the natural bodybuilding lifestyle, because I do believe it's the best way to go. Even for these guys, they knew it was the best way to go, but sure, they decided to go the other route and jump on gear, whatever you want to call it, or go the the dark side, or lose their natty card. That's their preference, their choice. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with fake natties. They're not fake natties, these guys. These guys are just naturals who decided to go that route, but never, ever claimed that they were natural while doing it. They just kept a low profile and competed IFBB, and that was it. No one questioned them. Hey, Eve, how are you? This is Shaun Campbell, Shaun Campbell 2.0. We're talking about how Kai Greene and Shaun Clarida, because a lot of people don't know this, were top-level natural bodybuilders before going to the IFBB. Before Shaun Clarida won the Mr. Olympia 212, before Kai Greene became this mega superstar in the IFBB and won the Arnold Classic 3 times and was a runner-up at the Olympia a couple times, before all that, this IFBB stardom, they were top-level natural bodybuilders who put years and years of hard work naturally. And based on what the videos I see and everything that I see, I believe 100% these guys were natural. Because I'm going to tell you some crazy stats here in a second. Well, I don't have it in front of me, but I just know the stats because I did them, right? The first time ever Shaun Clarida stepped on a bodybuilding stage was in 2005, okay? He was only 118 pounds, guys. And then the last time he won the Olympia, I think 2021, or last time he was on the Olympia stage, 2023 or whatever, when he got second, he was 182 pounds. So his first time on ever competing naturally was 118. And the last time he's been on stage was 182 pounds, okay? The guy's 5'2". Just imagine that. 5'2", you're actually pretty solid build at 118. Because he didn't look skinnier. I think he was like he's an athletic looking kid. But him at 182 pounds at 5'2" is just fucking nuts. So he's never claimed to be natty after all this. But he was 100% natty in 2005. 100%. The heaviest he ever got at natural was about 130 pounds. But he was so complete, so put together because he's only 5'2" and has a small frame. He's 5'2". If you're in the 130s and you're shredded, at 5'2", you can still kick some butt. Because I gotta remember, pro lightweight, WNBF pro lightweight class, I believe it was either 156 or sometimes they'd make it 160 pounds and under. He was 130, if not 128, I think, when he was super shredded. But he's only 5'2", but he won the pro lightweight class, guys. He beat out all these guys, the best naturals in the world, at 160 and under. That's Shaun Clarida, okay? So he took it to the highest level he possibly could, but then I guess he decided he wanted to, I guess, push his body to limits that were just beyond being natural, right? And that's his choice. I don't recommend people do it. I preach the natural lifestyle, all that stuff, but I don't hate on people who choose to do it. We just don't like, in the natural community, we don't like people who go the other route or jump on gear and try to fool people by being fake natties, saying, look what I did naturally. Shaun Clarida, Kai Greene never, ever once said they were natural once they weren't. They never once tried to compete in natural shows once they weren't. They started going right after the IFBB Pro card, jumped on the IFBB Pro stages, and never ever claimed to be natural after their careers as a natural bodybuilder. So you got to respect that. We're not doing a natty or not here. We're not talking down about these guys. I'm just telling you some interesting stuff about Kai Greene and Shaun Clarida. If you guys know of any other natural athletes, because there are many, many more, but I'm looking for the extremes. I love when there are top naturals to top IFBBs. I'm trying to do videos on these guys. There's more out there though. Like we got the Jose Raymond, Tito Raymonds, like those guys, they were natural, went non-natural. Michael Hearn arguably could be one of these, but he never ever claimed to not, he's a fake natty. That's what a fake natty is, Michael Hearn. He's a true fake natty. Or these guys, or Liver King is a true fake natty. The people who claim, they say, I am all natural, and look at these results I got naturally, and we know damn well they're not. Those are fake natties. Those people we can call out and stuff like that, right? Again, guys, federations like WNBF, IDFA, whatever, all these natural bodybuilding organizations, that's where, even if you ever think you might go that route, but you still should always take yourself to your maximum potential naturally. But I also encourage people, the average person doesn't have these aspirations of being a superstar or building their physique to the most massive degree possible. They just want to be the best version of themselves and do it naturally. That's 90%. Not many people compete for one, but then the people that do compete, a good chunk of people just want to be the best version of themselves. That's what the IDFA is all about, guys. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Been running the International Drug-Free Athletics since 2005. That's 20 years strong, guys. That's 2 decades, okay? So if you're a natural bodybuilder, check out idfa.ca. We want to see you on the natural bodybuilding stages. Again, if you're on here, YouTube guys, subscribe to my channel, Shaun Campbell 2.0. And then also, if anyone's in here, drop some comments what you think about these guys who go from natural to not natural. What you think about maybe fake natties. Even though these two gentlemen are not fake natties. Let's be clear about that. They never claimed to be natural once they weren't. So you got to respect that at least, okay? And yeah, so jump on here, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0 on there. So follow me on there as well, guys, because I'm trying to build up my community of social media. I'm trying to build up the awareness of natural bodybuilding. I'm trying to build up the brand International Drug-Free Athletics. We're trying to make it great again, guys, because back in the day, IDFA was the biggest natural bodybuilding organization in Canada. So again, guys, these two athletes are in that thumbnail. Kai Greene, Shaun Clarida were top natural athletes before they were ever these IFBB superstars they are today. Okay, they took their body to their limits naturally. They decided they wanted more, and that's their choice. They wanted to have that muscle mass that's not possible naturally. So they took it to a whole different level. They made that choice. Kai Greene probably put on another 50 to 60 pounds of muscle, okay, as a heavyweight. And the same with Shaun Clarida, believe it or not, he put on about 50 to 60 pounds of muscle. And he's only 5'2" at the 212 Olympia, and he only weighs in around 180, he could still put on 32 pounds of muscle. He's not going to, because his frame just would not support that. Because he looks so jacked. If he was an average sized male, he would probably be close to 300 pounds. The guy is so big. If you scaled him up to be the same height as like a Ronnie Coleman, he might be close to the same kind of mass. Because for 5'2", the amount of mass that Shaun Clarida has on his frame is outrageous. And he looked phenomenal as a natural lightweight bodybuilder at 130 pounds. So that extra 50 pounds of muscle, almost another 50% of body weight, which is outrageous, right? That extra 50 pounds of muscle is crazy. Crazy, I say. All right, guys, if anyone sees me out here with Shaun Campbell 2.0, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share this video around, man. It's very interesting info. People love to see this kind of stuff. It's so interesting that these guys used to be natural athletes. I found it very interesting. I knew they were because I recognized their names, but the more I started digging into about which top athletes actually competed as naturals, it was very interesting that people, they started seeing pop up. I swear Dexter Jackson, I might talk about him another time. I swear Dexter Jackson started as a natural bodybuilder too. And I swear he's about 140 pounds on stage when he first started. And then he went the other route too, because typically when these guys have these great genetics like these guys do, the dark side people probably recruit them, right? See them and say, wow, man, imagine what you could do. And then they get play in their head. Imagine what I could do if I did PEDs, because I can pretty much, because these guys are such natural exceptions, or natural, like, just phenoms, genetically natural phenoms, they could beat people on drugs naturally. But they weren't going to they weren't going to go to the high level IFB stage without drugs, but they could beat amateur people. Like, you could put a top lightweight guy who competes in the NPC or something against Shaun Clarida when he was a top lightweight, and he would probably beat him naturally. His natural physique would probably beat up an enhanced physique of the average person. But if he wants to be Mr. Olympia, you don't do that without drugs, unfortunately, right? So by him making that choice, he did become the two-time Olympia champ. But his genetics are outrageous. Both these guys, if you see them in the thumbnails, Greene and Shaun Clarida were phenomenal naturally. Outrageous. Greene was dancing like he was back then, but no one was really noticing. Because unfortunately, maybe it's a little bit better now, but unfortunately, natural bodybuilders don't get the recognition that these guys get, right? That's why you have these fake natties out there, because they know saying they're natural or not, or whatever, being a fake natty helps with their promotion. Because it's like, wow, look what I did naturally. But that's where I draw the line. I do not like fake natties. We can't put out there, I don't care if you do steroids or not, but don't be a fake natty. That's where I draw the line. I'm going to reiterate again, I keep saying through the video, I'm not claiming that these guys are fake natties. They have never claimed to be natural once they decide not to be natural. So nothing against Greene, nothing against Shaun Clarida at all. There's nothing against these two. These two have never been fake natties, never competed against people that were natural and that when they weren't. They did the best they could naturally. They took it to the highest levels. Both of them won the Wnbf Pro World Championships as natural bodybuilders, okay? They were both exceptional, and when you saw their physiques, you would agree with me too. Just look at the thumbnail. That thumbnail actually of Greene, he's only 19 years old there, guys. That's not even like when he won the pro championships. That's not his best picture. I just found a young picture that just to really show you what his genetics are. That's a 19-year-old Greene. And the one of, Shaun Clarida, he's probably in his 20s, right? But Greene's is the craziest transformation, because the guy was only 19 years old and looked like that. He would beat most NPC guys. He would probably be able to earn a pro card naturally. And I think, I'm almost thinking that Greene earned a pro card naturally by winning the the IFBB NPC Team Universe, and he was natural at the time. That's what we think, at least. Because I swear he won an IFBB Pro card a few times naturally at the NPC universe, but didn't want the Pro card because he wanted to continue to compete as an amateur and do the IFBB Worlds and all that kind of stuff. He wanted to do all those levels first. But then one year he just decided to take the NPC Pro card and then started competing as a pro. And slowly started getting massive. Because same with, that's what Shaun Clarida did too. He slowly just started getting more and more massive. Shaun Clarida slowly got to that huge size. But now he's an extreme. He's an extreme, like he's a mass monster for 5'2". So anyways, what else I got in my script here? Well, I don't have any script. I just wanted to make sure I talked about certain points. That's about all I really want to talk about. But I'll talk about anything else you want to. Yeah, like I was just basically saying, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to try to bullshit people thinking that if you're natural, if you win natural shows and all that stuff, you're going to get that global, worldwide recognition. You're not. But if you win the Mr. Olympia, you will. But that's not, but we don't want to risk our health and our lives to do that, guys. But these other people choose to do that. And most people don't have the genetics to be a Kai Greene or a Shaun Clarida or a Ronnie Coleman, because they even say Ronnie Coleman was natural. I like to more dive into that. I don't really believe it, but because if you saw when they're saying, oh yeah, before he, like when he first got his pro card, they're trying to say when he won the world championships, IFBB world championships, they're trying to say that Ronnie Coleman was natural. He looked different, that's for sure. Tighter waist, all that, but natural, I don't know. If he was natural at the time, he had the best genetics ever that the world has ever seen. He's making Hussein Farhad look like see, that's what's funny. I'm talking about these natty guys who went to the next level. These guys would blow Hussein Farhad away, wouldn't be close, yet no one's talking about them being not natty, right? Because their genetics are so superior and they look so exceptional. And they even went to a next level, right? And no one's yelling at them saying, oh my God, look at these guys, that's not possible. A 130-pound Shaun Clarida, natural pro, would beat Hussein Farhad, okay? He's a 5'2" Shaun Clarida, that's what natural genetics really are, guys. That's when you see natural phenoms. That's 1 in a million. Shaun Clarida, Kai Greene, these are 1 in a million. Ronnie Coleman, 1 in a million. These are what, Greg Doucette, these are what 1 in a million physiques look like. Even though we want to bash on Mike O'Hearn, he's a 1 in a million guy. Even if he's on peptide, steroids, whatever the fuck he's on, because he's not going to claim, because he's like the most famous fake natty, but he's like just revels in it. He markets himself as being the most famous fake natty almost. I don't know if he actually says it. He jokes around about it all the time, but he never once ever said he's not natural. Never. You know what I mean? He's never admitted to it ever, and he's never going to. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of being the best fake natural ever. He will never, ever say he's... Because how can he be in his 50s and look better than he's ever looked? The guy doesn't age either. Like, so he must do like filler and all kinds of shit. Like, I swear he's done some face stuff. I swear at one time in his career, Mike O'Hearn, he did look kind of strange in his face. Because I swear he was doing some kind of injections or fillers. I don't know anything about what this stuff's called. Botox, fillers, all this shit. I swear he was doing all that kind of stuff before. But I don't think he is now. I don't know. But the guy looks phenomenal. Hate him or not, he lives a lifestyle. The guy must follow a strict regimen because he looks great every second you see him. I've never seen the guy out of shape. From when he was on every magazine cover, when magazines were the big thing, he was on every single magazine cover. Now I see him in every goddamn fake natty YouTube video you'll ever see. Anytime someone talks about fake natties, they always bring up Mike O'Hearn. He's the most famous fake natty in the world. He always will be. He's never gonna. Hussein Farhad, no matter how fake of a natty you are, or how much hype you get for being a fake natty status, you will never be Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn owns the title of Mr. Fake Natty. He will have it for the rest of his life. He will never lose it. He will, when he's long done and gone, he will still be known as that Mr. Fake Natty. that never, but no one can ever say 100% because he will never admit it. As long as he never admits it, no one can 100% say he's a fake natty. That's the beauty of Mike O'Hearn. You gotta love Mike O'Hearn. But anyways, yeah, so Kai Greene, Shaun Clarida, these guys are phenoms. They were both WNBF pro champions, guys. That's with WNBF, World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. That back in the day when I used to read the magazines and stuff, WNBF was the shit. All the top natural athletes were in the WNBF. I'm not sure if Mike O'Hearn was, but you had the Tito Raymond, Jose Raymond, you had fucking the Texas Shredder, David Goodwin, and all these people. I'm trying to think. There's more names. There's so many more names. Then you had, I don't know if Shaun Clarida was ever in their magazine much, but Kai Greene was. I remember seeing him in there. So yeah, these guys are so superior. Their genetics are so phenomenal. But they are not fake natties because they never claimed to be natty. I'm sorry. When they were natty, they claimed to be natty. But when they weren't natty, they never claimed to be natty still. They just progressed into it silently. They didn't make statements. They didn't say, look what I can do naturally. They took their body to the extreme natural, and then they started competing in untested shows, right? They didn't make a big fuss, didn't make a big talk. They just put in the work and did their thing and started jumping on the gear or whatever and doing their thing. So you got to respect that. You got to respect that they took their genetic potential. They took their bodies to their natural genetic potential first. These guys, it's unbelievable their story. It's unbelievable their success in natural bodybuilding prior to this. That's what 1 in a million genetics is, Greg Doucette. That is 1 in a million genetics. Shaun Clarida, 1 in a million genetics. Kai Greene, 1 in a million genetics. They took their natural peak when they were at their prime naturally, could beat many IFBB pros on steroids. Like, I'm telling you, like Shaun Clarida, you could put him on stage because he would be bantamweight, right, in the NPC and all that stuff. Put him on the stage with 143-pound bodybuilders, all sauced up and stuff, and him in his natural prime at around 130, he would do very well. He would probably be able to win a lot of bantamweight titles. He wouldn't be able to succeed too well because when he gets to the pro level in IFBB, he'd be in the 212, or he'd have to go to classic physique or something, right? But he would just be too small. But he could beat people who are abusing steroids, doing everything they can to be the best they possibly can at 143 pounds, and he would step in there naturally at 130 pounds, and he could probably hang with the best of the best naturally. That's what 1 in a million genetics can do for you guys. He's a 1 in a million genetic guy. Kai Greene, 1 in a million genetics. Ronnie Coleman, 1 in a million genetics. Jay Cutler, he never competed naturally, but look at him. He's a 1 in a million guy. Dexter Jackson competed naturally first. He started natural. 1 in a million genetics. I'm trying to think of anyone offhand that I knew. Derek Fransworth, I think his name is. Back in my day, he was a natural athlete who then went to the dark side. He was a top-level guy. He was known for his conditioning and all that kind of stuff and lifting heavy weights. He was a very small, short guy, too. He was a top-level natural athlete. There was a lot of people back in the day with WNBF where there's a lot of top guys that were natural that maybe down the road decided not to be natural, but they started off as natural because they had the Natural Bodybuilding magazine. People were getting a lot of recognition through that. So people all the top naturals wanted to be with WNBF because of that Natural Bodybuilding magazine they had. And there were a lot of top guys out there, guys. So again, my guess for Kai Greene was around somewhere in the, let me just pull up my notes here. Sorry, guys. It just got dark outside, so I have no light coming in here, but the light from my computer screen is what, because I'm right close to my monitor, it's shining on me, so it's actually working pretty good for it's giving me like a spotlight. My guess is around 2003 is when Kai Greene went unnatural, right? When he went to the dark side, when he lost his natty card. but he never claimed to be natural. He just slowly transitioned, and next thing you know, he's on IFBB Pro stages, right? He never said, I'm going natural. He never made a big statement about it. He just slowly, next thing you know, he's competing. He's like 50 pounds heavier, and he's fucking winning IFBB Pro shows, right? It was just a weird, it was a crazy transition, right? Just out of nowhere. But most people do not, they just know Kai Greene from the IFBB. They don't know that he was a natural. Because that was way back in the 90s and 2000s, so people don't know about him being a natural phenom. I do, because I remember I watched him, I'm like, huh, this guy looks familiar. Then I saw a picture, I'm like, fuck, that's right. He was like, because back then he was like a teenage phenom. He was like 19, kind of like when we were talking about that Julian Fitzgerald guy. He was that guy. But other than Julian Fitzgerald, he was winning natural bodybuilding shows. He was competing and winning. He wasn't just some kid standing there and doing gym selfies. He was walking the walk, talking the talk. He was like a phenom, a 19-year-old. Because the picture on that thumbnail, if you saw it, the thumbnail I have for this video, Kai Greene is 19 years old there. That might be his first or second bodybuilding show ever. That's the kind of genetics this guy has. The guy is a phenom. He's a 1 in a million. That's a 1 in a million genetics, Greg Doucette. That's what 1 in a million genetics looks like. Not Hussein Farhat. He might be 1 in 10,000, but he's not 1 in a million. That 1 in a million, because I'm sure my new best friend, Johnny Shreve, because he DM'd me, so he's my new best friend. Even though we're not friends, but you know what I mean. But he's becoming my social media buddy. I like the way he's a tell it like it is guy. I like Johnny Shreve, to be honest with you. I like his approach to how he does his videos. I like how he doesn't really talk bad about people. He just tells it like it is. That's kind of what I want to do. I'm not going to talk bad about people. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to create drama by talking bad about people. I'm going to create drama by just telling the truth, right? So I don't mind creating drama. That's fine. So yeah, so it was around 2003 is my guess that Kai Greene started becoming an enhanced athlete, taking PEDs. And then with Shaun Clarida, it was around 2011, 2012 when he started taking PEDs. But he made his biggest progress, I think, the year of like 2013. He took time off and put on mass because he ended up coming on to stage around 15 to 20 pounds heavier when he did his pro debut. Because his pro debut, he's only 156 pounds. He's competing in the 212 and under class at 156 pounds. He ended up packing on another 30 pounds of muscle and won the Olympia. This is 5'2". 5'2", 182 pounds on stage. Think about that. Because we can't even, most of you guys can't even relate to what a 5'2" height male looks like. Because that's pretty short, guys. That's just not short. That is short, okay? I'm not knocking him for that, because that's genetics too. We're all built our way. He's genetically built 5'2". He's genetically blessed with his muscle development, all that kind of stuff. We are what we are. He's the best version of himself. But anyways, yeah. So he's 5'2". Just imagine, okay, you got to picture 5'2". That's very short. A guy that's 5'2", weighs 130 pounds could be a pretty muscular guy. Okay, because 5'2". When you're 182 pounds, you're basically a 5'2" mass monster. Because he got it, I hear he gets as heavy as 200 pounds in his offseason at 5'2". That's equivalent to some guy 5'10" being 300 pounds. Like, I'm not joking. Okay, guys, that's my story about Shaun Clarida and Kai Greene. These guys are natural phenoms before they went on the dark side, before they lost their natty cards, as the kids are saying, before they went from natty to not, okay? All right, guys, so I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. If you want to talk about natural bodybuilders who went to the dark side, come on here and talk about it. If not, I'm going to jump off here. I'll stick on here for a few more minutes. Double tap on the video to like the video. Subscribe to my channel so you can see more stuff like this. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I run the International Drug-Free Athletics, which is drug-free bodybuilding competitions in Canada here. So idfa.ca. I've been doing this for 2 decades, guys. So I've been in the game for 20 years. I've been in the natural bodybuilding game for about 25 years. But I've been running natural bodybuilding shows for 20 years, okay? So I've been living the lifestyle of a natural athlete, a natural bodybuilder, promoting the lifestyle, leading by example, creating role models on the IDFA stage. Whatever your goal is to compete, whatever your dream is about being on stage, the IDFA stage for you. We have all levels. Everyone has their own reason for competing. We have everything from natural bodybuilding to like the transformation challenge. So basically, like I said, it's for everyone to step on stage, showcase the best version of yourself, inspire others, shoot for greatness. Whatever your goal is, the IDFA stage is for you. So it's idfa.ca. I'm Shaun Campbell, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to this channel. Again, before I hop off here, that's Kai Greene and that's Shaun Clarida on that thumbnail, guys. They were both Wnbf pro champion level, or not level, they were pro champions. Meaning they won first place at the pro level in natural bodybuilding, the world championships. Meaning natural bodybuilders from across the world were on those stages. And Shaun Clarida got first place, pro lightweight Wnbf world champion. Kai Greene was 1996 Wnbf pro heavyweight world champion. This is prior to PEDs. So Kai Greene was probably around 190s, 200 the most. Shaun Clarida, they're saying, was anywhere from 128 to 130 as a pro lightweight. Okay? And they both won their pro world championships at their weight class at the Wnbf championships, guys. All right, I'm out of here. I'm Shaun Campbell, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Thanks for checking out the video. Share this video with other people. Again, I got the Kai Greene Natty to Not video on my channel. And stay tuned because I'm doing, the reason why is just not a coincidence I got Shaun Clarida up there. I'm in the process right now of making a video of Natty to Not on Shaun Clarida. That's why I know so much about him. I've been doing my research on this guy. I've been watching videos, been looking up his interviews. I know Shaun Clarida is inside and out, right? I know as much about him as I need to know to put together a great Natty to Not video, and it's coming out, and it's going to come out within the next 48 hours, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, watch my first Natty to Not video on Kai Greene. So you got to go to my channel, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Look under the playlist Natty to Not, or go to my playlist Natural Bodybuilding, and you can find the Kai Greene's video there. It's Natty to Not Kai Greene, the story of Kai Greene. It's a great story. The guy was a natural bodybuilding phenom, and then now he's an IFBB legend, okay? A living legend. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.